Holy smokes. Guys, humanity just won today. Let me explain. I saw this from Secretary Kennedy. He says, "Thank you, POTUS, for signing this historic executive order today. There's no laboratory that's immune from leaks, and this is going to prevent inadvertent leaks from happening in the future and endangering humanity." I don't know if you guys have heard this yet. This literally just happened. President Trump signed an executive order ending present and all future funding of a dangerous gain-of-function research in countries of concern like China, Iran, and foreign nations deemed to have insufficient research oversight. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and play this video now. This is by Rapid Response 47. This is whenever President Trump asks Kennedy to share a few words in the Oval Office right before he signs this. This is actually insane. Check this out. It is so good. Oh, also, guys, real quick, if you like having conversations like this, if you think they matter, please consider liking and subscribing. They're one of the best ways you can help me out. Okay, check this out.
Mr. President, a gain-of-function, this is an historic day, the end of gain-of-function research funding by the federal government and also controls by private corporations on gain-of-function studies. This was the kind of study that was engaged in by the United States military and intelligence agencies beginning in 1947. By 1969, the CIA said that they had reached nuclear equivalency, that they could kill the entire U.S. population for 29 cents a person. That year, President Nixon went to Fort Detrick and announced a unilateral end to this kind of research, what they call dual-use research that was for vaccination and also for military purposes. He then persuaded over 180 countries to sign the Bioweapons Charter in 1973. That basically ended gain-of-function research around the globe until 2002. Or 2001, after the anthrax attacks, we passed the Patriot Act, and the Patriot Act had a provision, a little-known provision in it, that said that although the Bioweapons Charter is still in effect, and the Geneva Convention is still in effect, U.S. federal officials who violate it cannot be prosecuted. And that relaunched a bioweapons arms race, and that was driven by gain-of-function research. In 2014, 3 of those bugs escaped from U.S. labs, and President Obama declared a moratorium on future use, and instead a lot of that research was moved offshore to the Wuhan lab. And it launched bioweapons arms race all around the country, all around the world, so that China's engaged in it, developing all kinds of weapons using AI and CRISPR technologies that are really devastating. Russia is deeply engaged in it, Iran and many other countries. It's a kind of weapon that always has blowback. There's always bad news. And the justification for this kind of weaponry was, and these kind of research, was always that we have to do this to develop vaccines to counter a future pandemic. In all of the history of gain-of-function research, we can't point to a single good thing that's come from it. And today I commend President Trump for his courage and his vision in ending U.S. bioweapons research.
Wow. Did you hear that? Secretary Kennedy just said, just uttered the words, in all of the history of gain-of-function research, we cannot point to a single good thing that has come of it. And then he thanked President Trump as he signed this executive order. This is huge. We actually have a little bit more detail on exactly what he signed right over here. This next clip is a minute long, but it is, every second of it is worth it, I'm telling you.
The first relates to gain-of-function research. Gain-of-function research is a type of biomedical research where pathogens are adulterated, viruses are adulterated to make them more potent or to change the way that they function. Many people believe that gain-of-function research was one of the key causes of the COVID pandemic that struck us in the last decade. What this executive order does, first of all, it provides powerful new tools to enforce the ban on federal funding for gain-of-function research abroad. It also strengthens other oversight mechanisms related to that issue and creates an overarching strategy to ensure that biomedical research in general is being conducted safely and in a way that ultimately protects human health more.
It's a big deal. It could have been that we wouldn't have had the problem we had.
A lot of people say that, sir.
If we had this done.
Wow, this is huge. Wow. Clandestine says massive win for humanity today. Thank you, Secretary Kennedy. I could not agree more. Gonna go ahead and like that one. This is also huge. And I think people we often talk about like the people who are allowed in these conversations. It's very telling, right? But what also is telling? I'm sorry, I don't know if I was speaking directly into my microphone like that. This is a handheld mic, so that's what we do whenever we're traveling. But someone's silence on a topic is also incredibly telling. So I agree with this person, Jimmy Powell, who quote tweeted this saying, "How can everyone not applaud this? Schumer, Jeffries, we have crickets right now. That's what's going on. It's crazy." There was this other moment that I wanted to share too. Secretary Kennedy just published this an hour ago. He says just 13 days after HHS, US FDA announced plans to phase out petroleum-based synthetic dyes from the nation's food supply. Tyson Foods today reported it will eliminate these dyes by the end of May. Guys, I don't know if you know this. It's May 5th. The end of May will come faster than you could possibly imagine. And this is we have a bunch of companies like Pepsi saying, you know what? Yes, the future is coming. We're rolling this out. It'll be done by 2027, 2026. And Tyson's out here saying we're already, it's going to be done by the end of May. I'm telling you that is crazy. Secretary Kennedy says, "I look forward to seeing more companies follow suit and put the health of Americans first. Together, we will make America healthy again." So good. Eric Daugherty. I always never know how to say this last name. I always struggle with it every single time. It's crazy, but he calls this a huge win. 1,000%. One of the comments says, "Why was that in the food to begin with?" That's probably the question everyone's asking, right? But look at this. Right underneath it, someone says, "Because it was allowed." Come on. I'm telling you, this is wild. Another person says, "By the end of the month is huge." But again, why was this in chicken? I don't understand. Jeff says, "There's no telling what we have been eating and drinking." But you know what? Everything is changing. All right. A new wave is turning. A new tide is coming to shore. All right. This is huge. And I'm excited about it. Anyways, guys, that's the short conversation that I wanted to have with everyone. Please let me know what you thought about all of this in the comment section, and I will see you all next time. Also, one quick thing. Guys, I uploaded the newest Adams edition today for May 5th. Please go check it out. Adams is a free source you could go ahead and check out for big news in tiny bites. And I really liked this one conversation. I especially loved this last Adams from Adams. So go and check it out. If that's interesting to you, it's completely free to sign up. There's a paid option if you want to go ahead and be part of the fabric of creating this new future, but totally up to you. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about some of these wins. How excited are you? Scale from 1 to 10. All right, guys, I'll see you all next time. Stay safe out there, and I love you all. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.